Nova Online has already begun his alcoholism arc, and not only that, Neil Dinky released new leaks from Nova's secret Discord server, and they are absolutely hilarious. They include a shirtless pic of Nova and a video of him sticking his tongue out at some unknown person. And yes, you didn't hear that first part wrong. Nova is already drinking and is well on his way to a Josh Block type situation. Basically, he uploaded a stream, or I guess he streamed the stream, where he was drinking his quote first beer while playing Call of Duty. Now, I love myself enough to not waste time watching that, but from what I heard, he absolutely sucked in it, died, and got off after 17 minutes. At least he had his beer there. This also might hint at him being a little more emotional when under the influence of alcohol. If he just rages well, he rages either way, but, you know, if alcohol is involved, God knows what can happen. I guess we'll just have to sit back and wait and see until Nova starts to show his true colors when influenced by the devil's juice, as they call it. But don't worry, this isn't the only instance we have of Nova drinking. There's actually two more that are extremely funny. Firstly, I have an image of him sitting at the bar with his beer. He is built like a cannonball in this photo, and he's wearing some weird red outfit combo. Not typically something you'd see someone take into a bar where you're meant to socialize with people. And speaking of socializing, Nova is not doing any of that. He's sitting alone on his phone with a beer, which is just really weird. I mean, I'm 17, I guess I don't have too much experience drinking, but I wouldn't go to a bar just to sit by myself. I feel like that's a little weird. But I'll cut Nova some slack since he's probably extremely mentally, you know what. The next piece of content I have for you is extremely entertaining. It's of Nova at a bar, and there seems to be a bit of a wild night going on. He chugs an entire beer while everyone else, I guess, encourages him or peer pressures him to do it. Or, excuse me, they just egg him on. There's no peer pressure there. Nova just downs the entire glass, which is a sight to see as someone who's been waiting for this for quite a while. Nova is not only going to gain so much weight from this, he's going to develop a severe addiction. And about the weight thing, every gram of alcohol, if I'm not mistaken, has 4 calories, just like protein and carbs and whatnot. And Nova drinks or eats a lot of carbs. And from what I've seen, he's only been drinking beer, which is even more carbs and even more calories because it's carbs and alcohol. And not only that, Nova does have, or appears to have, untreated diabetes, at least from my perspective. And if you look closely at his feet, they're like dark and gangrenous, and like he definitely has untreated diabetes. And if you didn't know, sugar, or more specifically carbs, are the main proponent behind type 2 diabetes. So Nova is not only going to be extremely fat, more so than he is digging himself an early grave with his liver and with his disease that he allegedly has, from my perspective.
TikTok, it's going. You're killing it. Bring the light on.
This video might as well have been liquid gold as someone who's, been making this kind of content for a long time. And I don't mean that as a way to profit off of it. I mean in terms of entertainment. These next few months are going to be the best that we've ever gotten in terms of Nova content. He immediately turns 21, and he's already at bars, drinking with people, I guess partying at his grown age, and he's even drinking at home as well while live streaming. And this is around his second trip at the bar, if we count that image as a different trip, since it was taken this morning, if I'm not mistaken, or last morning as of the time this video is uploaded. But either way, Nova has future alcoholic written all over him, and I just cannot wait. I guarantee you there's gonna be drunk live streams where he admits to a whole bunch of stuff, and he's going to have people donate for him to take shots. Just like Wings, Only Use Me Blade, if I'm not mistaken. He's heading down that same path. It's either going to be that or the Josh Block path. He has to pick one. Are you going to be Only Use Me Blade or Josh Block? Me personally, he might become his own kind of lolcow alcoholic. The kind that just sits home and drinks all day. Well, now that I think about it, it just sounds like Cobra. But either way, this kid is going to be a severe drinker, and the content that's going to come out of that is going to be amazing. So, I mentioned the Neil Dinky leaks containing some pretty weird things, and rest assured, it does. Not only do we have a bunch of Discord messages between Nova and countless people, we have a photo of Nova shirtless and a video of him sticking his tongue out. Like I said, it's just really weird. Here's the photo of Nova shirtless. Sorry for not warning you. I know you must be trying to claw your eyes out. He has some really weird, deformed looking chest hairs, as well as not the most savory looking skin. But besides that, it could be way, way worse. And next up, we have the video. I do not know what the hell this is about. I don't know who this was meant for, or if it was on like a call or something. I hope to God no minor was present for this, because it's just horribly, really weird. And now it's time to get into the messages. This batch seems to be a lot more funny than serious, like most of the other ones we've had, or unlike most of the other ones we've had. So we start off with this first screenshot. It's a DM convo between Nova and someone who we don't know. Nova says,
"It was Neil."
"Yeah, we established that. Did you find more evidence?"
"Yeah, a comment on KF saying I spurged out and deleted the server or banned him." "Hey," I'm censoring the person's name, "wanna be a mod on Kick? One of my mods just quit." "Sure, I'd have to make an account though." This next conversation is pretty spicy, you could say. Noah says, "I want a fricking D." "What?" "I've had enough."
"What's going on?"
"My aunt and I got into a really bad one-sided argument and it got ugly."
"What was it about? Are you okay?"
"No, I haven't been okay since the attempt."
It's like, okay, dude. Alright, bro. I mean, like, are you in any trouble?
"I genuinely feel like the biggest piece of shit known to man."
"I wonder why, Nova. It's not 'cause you're a predator, is it?" Nova then continues the conversation.
"It wasn't TikTok. It was my aunt."
She caused the attempt?
No, it wasn't. It was a build-up over the last week.
Wait, you had an attempt this week?
No, I'm talking about the attempt last year. It was a build-up of things over that week. Should've reworded.
Ah, alright. Anyway, I'm sorry you had a fight with your aunt. But I'm serious about the TikTok thing. It's not good for you. And I think you know it too.
The only reason I'm still on it is to support my income till I get a job and until my mom gets her SSI. Without TikTok, I'd be homeless right now.
Alright then, let's make a deal. When you're able to stand on your 2 feet without it, we deplatform so you can start healing. Does that sound good? I'm gonna stand by you in all you do, bro. I want the best for you. You need it to stay off the streets for now. Keep going till you find a job. So this is just, God, a weirdly saddening conversation. Firstly, this dude, for some reason, I don't know who he is, but he seems to actually give a crap about Nova. I don't know why. I don't think he should, but he does, and it's pretty weird. This guy's a predator, right? I don't think he deserves any kind of help or sympathy, besides the help he gets from the psychiatric ward in the prison he's gonna end up soon. But anywho, Nova claims that his super dangerous fatal wrist squeezing attempt was due to a buildup over the week. And yeah, sometimes, quite honestly, when I'm a little bit nervous or stressed out, I maybe rub my wrists, maybe squeeze it, sometimes hard. I wouldn't count that as an attempt on my own life though. I don't think Nova should either. I mean, he is pretty big, but you know, I can't imagine he has much muscles underneath those layers and layers of dough. So it's not like he genuinely could do some damage to his own arm. Definitely not strong enough to cut off circulation. I mean, if he said, oh, I tied a belt around my whatever, then maybe, you know, I'd have a bit more sympathy. Just kidding, I wouldn't either way, but still, it's really unbelievable, and I hate that he's using it as like an outlet for sympathy. Like, dude, you do not deserve an ounce of sympathy. It's just funny. He also says that the only reason he's still using TikTok is to support his own income till he gets a job and until his mom gets her SSI. And funny thing is, Nova had a job while he was doing TikTok, but he decided to quit. He quit this job because, according to his coworker who I spoke with, Nova apparently had a bunch of cameo requests, and so that is a primary source of income for him. So I don't understand this finding a job thing when he had a job and he voluntarily quit it to do more TikTok stuff. And as you've seen, it hasn't really worked out, and that is something I'll talk about after the leaks. The next few screenshots we have are pretty funny, admittedly. This one goes,
What? I can't call right now.
Leaping Lemur just premiered a video about the call. There were 900 people watching live. He's framing an honest mistake where you said Bowser Jr. as confirmation you're a G-word or something.
I know, I'm gonna report it. Yeah, I made a mistake, so I corrected it.
He also implied half of us were minors. Smokey was in chat and some kid who cuts off there. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. It sounds really weird though. In this next conversation, it's just wow. The guy says, please download Fortnite, please. Nova says,
You know what's crazy?
ignoring the guy's message. Low taper fade is massive. I don't know what year this was, but I'm hoping it wasn't this one.
God damn it. For real though, every attempt to cancel me has failed.
That is an interesting outlook, Nova. What do you call being harassed at every job you apply to? What do you call being harassed everywhere you go? What do you call not being able to get a job because number one, everyone knows you're a predator, and number two, if you do get a job, they'll find out and get you fired? I think that's a pretty successful cancel attempt, Nova. And it still makes me so angry how he's pretending that nothing bad happened and that he did nothing wrong. Especially after those fake leaks I sent around on accident. He just thinks that he didn't do anything wrong, and he genuinely believes that. And it just pisses me off. This next screenshot, guy says, "Are you good? We haven't talked in like 3 days. I'm worried."
I'm fine, just mentally demotivated.
Oh, I feel you. Happens all the time. Is there a specific reason?
Q and Smokey blowing stuff out of proportion again.
When will those asshats get a life?
Never. They took me being in an 18+ community and made it into a freaking controversy.
I assume he's talking about his recent Discord server here. And in regards to that, the whole controversy part was that there were a lot of people under 18 in that server. In fact, one of them was a moderator, if I'm not mistaken. And of course he had one on his friends list as well. One that we know of. So, especially with your history of being a predator, Nova, that is a controversy if you're harboring minors in your supposed 18+ community. Next screenshot reads,
"She's out of the hospital now."
I'm guessing he's referring to his mom. That's good. How's she settling in? You have Minecraft Java, right? Would you want to start like a modded Skyblock world sometime?
If it's Sky Factory 4, hell yeah.
Sweet. I've got some chores to do and stuff, but afterward I'll call you. I don't mind if you stream it, by the way. A lot of our other members just aren't comfortable being on stream, but I am.
That's good. The Kiwi Farm's threat on me is dying anyway.
Kiwi Farms? I thought they got taken down. I don't know what that website has to do with the conversation at hand, especially with a Minecraft stream. I'm guessing he thinks that the members don't want to get archived on there, which is whatever, I guess. I also like how he ignored the guy's question about how his mom's doing. A very considerate Nova, as per usual. Next conversation reads, "So here's what's happening," or excuse me, I forgot to do the voice.
So here's what's happening. Her blood sugar was 481. They're trying to lower her blood sugar and are giving IV fluids. Then crap, she needs surgery.
That is an insanely high blood sugar. That is really serious. And Nova, straight to Discord to keep his friends updated on his mom's condition. This looks to be 12 o'clock, where he said that she needs surgery, which is just, dude, worry about your mom. Then the guy says, hopefully insurance will cover it. Last thing you need is a financial burden at this time of year when your mom is hurting.
We have Medicaid.
Oh, that's good. There is a screenshot after this, which I will not show, because it's Nova talking about his little Nova, and someone asks whether little Nova still has his hood on. And yeah, I will leave that to your interpretation. But this next screenshot, there seems to be a conversation in the server where I guess a person's disagreeing with Nova. The guy sends a screenshot to Nova and says, maybe you were right to suspect him a little, but it seems like you genuinely turned him to the light here. Nova says,
this is the side of me I want people to know, not the side that is angry all the time. Oh, Nova. Oh my god. Yeah, I have nothing to say about this. If you do, please give me your thoughts in the comments. I have two last screenshots for you. This one is a conversation between Nova and this random individual
Again. He says, anything happen or is it just your brain being weird?
I'm just sick of my life being a crap hole.
From what I've seen, you've been making strides to improve it. I don't know what the hell this guy's seen.
No one wants to hire me. I'm struggling mentally and financially, and I'm trying my best to improve myself, yet I'm still getting crapped on.
If you want my honest opinion though, the best thing you could do is let go of your online platform. From what I can tell, it's mostly trolls and it can't be good for you. When it gets this bad, they just won't go away. It's gonna define the rest of your time in the spotlight.
If you thought that was bad in 2022, it was a lot worse.
I've been made aware of the allegations against you, and I want you to trust me when I say I'm still on your side. What I said before still stands. I'd rather not get to know you from how you conduct yourself, or I'd rather get to know you from how you conduct yourself, not from what the internet says. If you keep up this platform though, it's going to be harder and harder to find a job, man. Just a quick Google search is probably enough at this point to seriously harm your chances at most jobs, and I want better for you. It's something to consider. Me and the rest of the server are always here for you to talk. Firstly, this guy kind of pisses me off a bit. I've been made aware of the allegations against you, and I want you to trust me when I say I'm still on your side. I guess we don't believe victims anymore. Countless victims that all come out against the same person with proof. Which is, okay then, whatever you say, man. Gabriel, of course, is still baiting sympathy. This is just, I don't know, it ticks me the wrong way, it rubs me the wrong way. And this guy is right though. If you Google Nova's real full name, you get his wiki, which is filled with his messages with minors and baby photos. So yeah, that's probably why Nova can't get a job. Anyway, that's all I have for you today, but don't worry, there is some very big news coming with Nova from what I've seen on Twitter, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be extremely entertaining. And of course, please stay tuned for the Nova alcoholism arc, which is absolutely inevitable at this point. Thank you, please leave a comment for the algorithm, and have a great day. And subscribe. Almost forgot.